kindergarten parents. We have had an exciting month in art, and I wanted to share with you where we've been and where we're headed in the coming month. So first off, every student has taken an assessment on their ability to cut. Any students that were not able to get the scissors to work are working with me one-on-one, but almost all students at this point can get their scissors to go, which means that they can also make all the other supplies in the art room function. After we confirm that they can use scissors safely and correctly and can actually cut what they intend to cut with them, we move them into an assessment. Now, the assessment was actually to test their ability to be creative and start to use the creative process. Because of that, I wanted to isolate out drawing skills because oftentimes drawing skills, in fact mainly, drawing skills are associated with how often a student draws, not on any sort of natural ability. So when you think, oh, we don't do art in our family, we're not artists, that's not true. It's a question of, do you make art? Because the more you draw, the better you get. There actually hasn't been any association with the ability to draw as being a natural talent. It's all about practice. So, get off my little soapbox about drawing. They got a square piece of paper of orange that they were told not to cut, a black sheet of paper, a white sheet of paper, a pair of scissors, and a glue stick. Your student was then told to create something, anything. If you gave this same problem to an adult at this time of year, you are most likely going to get a square pumpkin, which that is delightful, the square pumpkin, but not one single kindergartner made a square pumpkin. Why? Because kindergartners are incredibly creative, and that is what we want to harness and allow them to take with them out of childhood, because although we can't fully envision what the world is going to need in 20 years, I mean, think about it. Think back 20 years from now. The internet as we know it, people couldn't even predict the internet as we know it now, 20 years ago. We have no clue the world that your student is going to go into. But what we do know is that computers are getting very good at thinking of the one right answer or a couple of right answers, but that actual human creativity is something that we don't even have the faintest idea of how to program. And so we are going to try and make sure that your students are carrying that with them because we believe it's going to be an important skill for them in their future. Okay, so they've taken all of their assessments, and now we are starting to learn at centers because creating independent workers is extremely important if we are going to harness that creativity. It's a lot easier for the teacher to just tell them what to do and they copy it, but we don't need machines, we need creative thinkers. So because of that, there are 6 centers in the art room. We have printmaking, painting, drawing, architecture, mixed media, and sculpture. These centers all rotate the supplies. So sculpture has clay now, but it might have plaster in a month. So kind of focus on the center name, not on the media. Your student is then been assigned to a center per class time. We have art once a week, which means to get through then visiting every center once takes us 6 weeks. So by November 1st, your student will have experienced every center. I have 3 main goals for them. First, I want them to learn how to work independently. Second, I want them to take a skill that I teach them, like for example, the assessment required them to take cutting skill and apply it to make something. So I'm teaching them a skill at every center, and then they're going to apply it to make something. And third, I want them to become independent with cleanup. That's right, your kindergartner is going to learn how to clean up paint all by themselves, and clay, and printmaking supplies. Basically, independence is possible because currently I already have 3 classes full of kindergartners who work the entire time independently, and now we're just refining their ability to clean up. With that, thank you for all that you do to support the arts at home. I encourage you this month to take those coloring books that teach your student the one right answer, tuck those away, and encourage your student to start drawing and creating what is in their brain versus what was in someone else's. Thank you. Bye.